for English today, second grade, we're going to talk about colorful adjectives. And colorful doesn't mean that you can color them with your crayons. It means that they're really, really interesting. It keeps your writing from just being plain old gray and boring. Okay, and the way you get colorful adjectives is you find a word to replace your boring word with one that's more interesting. And you can use synonyms for that. So let's look at the definition of a synonym. We actually studied this in reading today, didn't we? Synonyms are words that have the same meaning or almost the same meaning. But this is the part that you don't know. They can be found in a thesaurus. And a thesaurus is kind of like a dictionary, except it has words that all mean the same thing as another word. A writer can look up a colorful adjective that is a synonym for his adjective, and it'll make your writing a lot more interesting. They give you examples. Little and tiny both mean the same thing. Big and huge both mean the same thing. And I think this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. If you have a big lunch, a big ball, a big dog, a big car, a big bike, a big bed, they're all so boring. But if you say, I have a large dog and a huge cat, all of a sudden that story's getting pretty interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's get busy here. And first thing we're going to do is draw a box around a colorful adjective that is a synonym for the boxed adjective. They tell you what the adjective is. You just have to find the synonym. And notice they're asking us for a box, so we want a nice straight line box just like theirs. Okay, an insect makes a good meal for a spider. Well, a good, interesting synonym would be tasty. Let me find my little box tool here. The tall trees in the rainforest give shade. How about the huge trees? There we go. The loud monkeys talk to each other. The noisy monkeys talk to each other. Now, when you get to this next part, you're going to have to use the back of your English book. So you might want to take a few minutes and go find your English book and pause the video while you're finding your English book, because the thesaurus that you're going to use is actually right in the back of your English book. It starts on page 368. And it's all written exactly like a dictionary is in ABC order, so it's not hard to find words at all. Okay, let's get started. Write a colorful adjective from the thesaurus. That always reminds me of dinosaur. Thesaurus rhymes with dinosaurus. That helps me to pronounce it well. Write a colorful adjective from the thesaurus that is a synonym for the boxed adjective. Ben gave the right answer. Well, I found that on my thesaurus, and I found that the word right is on page 373. And if you look at right, first of all, they give you the definition of it. It says something that is true. But notice the three red words right next to the box: correct, proper, and true. So correct would be the best one of those synonyms. Ben gave the right answer. Ben gave the correct answer. Okay, now we have to find a synonym for the word pretty. And if you still have your thesaurus open, it's right on the page right next to it, page 372. You'll notice pretty is right close to the middle bottom of the page. And it says that pretty means delightful to look at. But they give you 4 different synonyms for pretty. They have beautiful, lovely, pleasing, wonderful. You could say the beautiful butterfly, the lovely butterfly, the pleasing butterfly, or the wonderful butterfly. I think beautiful is probably the best, but you're allowed to pick the one you like the best. After all, when you're looking for synonyms in your thesaurus, you're writing your own story here, aren't you? Okay, and you might want to make sure and check your spelling. Okay, now you're going to be looking up happy from the thesaurus, and then they're asking you to write a sentence using that synonym. So you find happy, the happy monkey was loud. You're not going to change your sentence, you're only changing the word happy. So you might want to write, well, let me just find the word happy in my thesaurus, because I know you haven't used the thesaurus much, and it'll help you a little bit. Okay, happy is at the top of page 371, and the three synonyms they give you for happy are content, glad, and joyful. Well, I have a feeling that if he's being loud, content's probably not the best one. I think probably joyful would be good. So why don't we say the joyful monkey was loud? Have you had a chance to go outside and be a little loud today? I know it's a little cloudy here. Okay, there you go. But that's how that's done, second grade. And let me get the back of your page, and I'll just give you some directions for the back of your page, because it looks just like the front. On the back of the page, you're going to be drawing a box around the colorful adjective that is a synonym for the one that they have a box around. And then here you go again. You're getting to use your thesaurus and find adjectives for big, hot, and shiny, and find something that's more colorful, more interesting. And look at Sam, the dog at the bottom. He is sound asleep. They want you to draw a box around the adjective that answers the question, what kind of grass is it? What kind of puppy is it? And then down at the very bottom on numbers 15 and 16, you're reviewing ER and EST. Okay, second grade, I will be back for history class and handwriting class in a few minutes.